What's up, everybody? So I just wanted to make a quick video just on clearing up any confusion you guys might have with the relocation of the brake booster. Let me just show you guys how I have it now. And if you guys haven't seen my ultimate wire tuck guide, I suggest you guys check that out. I'm gonna put the link down below. I'm gonna also put the link right here on top of the screen over here. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen that, I pretty much just walk you guys through pretty much everything I did in my engine bay, just tucking wise, anything from like the engine harness, deleting my power steering, relocating the alternator down below with this K-Tune AC and PS delete kit they made here. I also showed you guys pretty much everything, man, that I've done to this car. So yeah, it's a lot for me to explain all in one shot, but just go check out that video. I'm gonna leave it in the description down below and the link up above. So yeah, so back to the brake booster. Usually you'll have your brake booster up here, up above, but I have mine down there. I pretty much brought it down through here, tucked it down through there. You can kind of see my fuel line and my brake booster just follow up down below here. Now I'm gonna try and explain it the best that I can for you guys. I kind of set some stuff aside that I used when I did mine. So this is what you guys are pretty much gonna need for materials. You're gonna need some channel locks, a drill, not this drill, it's a piece of shit, but I just put it here just to show you guys. A 9/16 drill bit. If you're gonna go with 3/8 tap, you'll need a 7/16 drill bit for a 1/4 inch tap, Mpt tap. So that's that. You'll need bar fitting. I'm gonna explain it later on in the video which one you need. I'll post it down below. I'll post it on the screen exactly the bar fitting that you need, but depending on what you're tapping is what you'll need for for your threading side. This one right here is for a 3/8, and I'm pretty sure this one right here is for a 1/4 inch tap. And then on the side, on the hose side, you want to make sure you go with a something that's gonna fit your hose. So here's a hose right here. You want to make sure that that's gonna slide in like that, slide in there. I ended up buying this one first and it wouldn't fit my hose, so just make sure you pick the when you go to Advanced Auto Part or AutoZone, you pick the correct bar fitting, and this should be good. You're gonna need a ratchet with what is this here, a 5/8 socket. You want this kind right here, because I think the other, I don't know what they're called, but you kind of want this, the one with a lot of grooves in it, because that's actually gonna fit on here, and you're gonna be able to use this for an advantage to drill and tap your RBC manifold, which I'll show you guys that later on in the video. So this kit right here you get from Harbor Freight. You're gonna need some hose clamps. You don't need this many. I just bought this at Harbor Freight. I was already there. So I already said the channel locks, possibly a hammer or some pliers. You're gonna need a knife, some Teflon tape, possibly a screwdriver, a flathead as well. Oh, and then you'll need some 8AN hose, and that's pretty much it. That's all you'll need to pretty much get this job done. Alright, so for your brake booster, right, on your RBC is gonna look kind of just like this, very similar. You're gonna have your brake booster being hooked up to this right here. That's how it's gonna look on the RBC. I'm gonna show you how the location for it on the RBC. So the RBC location is gonna be right here. Now all I did was I pulled that thing out, right? That little 90-degree fitting, bar fitting or whatever. You pull that out and all you do is tap this here. You have to drill and tap this and just cap it with a Mpt Tap or a plug or whatever, just like that. It's got like a Allen key hex head on it. So yeah, you put some seal tape on that fitting, and then you just kind of just put that there, and that'll block that up. Let me give you guys, so let me try and explain that on here. So basically what you want to do, and I'm trying to hold the camera and show you guys, but you should be able to pull this out you kind of just twist it this way, that way. You could use that, you could use some channel locks. You know what I'm gonna try to do? I'm gonna try and I'm gonna actually take this one off. I'm gonna try and show you guys how to do it. So give me a second here. Hold on guys, let me set up the camera here. Alright, so you're gonna have it something like that. Now what I did, and you guys can probably do the same thing, kind of just gotta grab this. You could put this on a vise as well. I don't know, whatever you gotta do, but you should be able to just pull this thing out of here. See how we can do this. Alright, that seems to be working better. Something like that. Alright, so you guys see that? That's slowly coming out of there. Right here. So you just keep boom, got that out. It's pretty easy. So then you're gonna be left over something like that. Now that's what you want to drill and tap. I'm gonna show you guys what I used. Alright, so now that you got that out, right, it'll be the same for the RBC. Same location I showed you guys. So then you got this from Harbor Freight. I'll put the link down below. And this is an Mpt Tap. Now when you guys are tapping stuff, you got to make sure you know what kind of tapping you're doing. This one's Mpt. I think there's gonna be like a bunch of other different types, but what you want is Mpt. Now what I bought was this 3-piece. They also have a 6-piece one, and I drill and tap mine, and I don't remember why I went so big, but I went with 3/8. Try and zoom in on that. So this is a 3/8 tap. I think this is a 1/4 inch, and this one should be 1/2 inch. Okay, so to drill and tap this, what you're gonna need, you need the proper drill bit for this. So this one's 1/4, right? So you need, I don't know what the let's look that up real quick. All right, so on here it's showing 1/4 Mpt Tap is 7/16. So if you're gonna drill and tap this for a 1/4 Mpt, you're gonna need a 7/16 drill bit. So you want to open this up to a 7/16, and then you want to drill and tap this. Now I ended up doing 3/8 because I think this is all I had at the moment. I think I had this drill bit already, so you know I had the drill bit already, and these go for like $7 to $10 each one of these. So if you guys want to copy what I did, but you don't have to, you could go with the smaller one. It's actually easier to drill and tap that one. But if you're gonna do what I did 3/8. Put the 9/16 in here. You want to drill that through, and then you want to drill and tap this here. Now after you drill and tap this, right, you want to buy an Mpt Plug Kit. They sell them at like Advanced Auto Part or AutoZone. I've seen them, but I'm gonna put a link down below. I'm gonna put a picture right on the screen and show you guys what I'm talking about. You want to put some plumber's tape or Teflon tape, whatever you want to call it. You know, put that on the threads and then cap that off, and then you should be all set once you do that. And it should look something like this, guys. It's real simple, and that's how you take care of that right there, that location. Now once you got that drill and tapped and you cap that off, plugged it, you know, that's sealed off and all set, now you're going to want to flip your RBC manifold over, and it's going to look something like this. Not completely just like it, but you're going to have a flat surface here. Now the RBC is going to look just like it. You flip this over, and it's going to be on this end, guys, where you want to drill and tap for your new bar fitting. But basically I'll show you guys, because I have a few bar fittings here. I got a couple different sizes I bought. This is pretty much the one I used on my RBC. It was this one for my brake booster, and I pretty much drilled and tapped it the same way. Now when I first bought my first bar fitting, this end was the correct size. It was 3/8 Mpt, but this end, the hole size, the hose side was a little too big and it wouldn't fit on my hose. This is the hose you want right here. I actually have different ones in here. This one's for my coolant, this one's for my fuel line, and then this one I use for my my brake booster. This one's 8 AN. I'll put it down below. This one's for your fuel line. This one's 6, and the bigger one I have back here, that one I use for my coolant. That one's actually 16, but what you want is an 8. And you want to make sure that your bar fitting's gonna fit in there. See how this one fits pretty good? And then you'll be able to use a clamp on here to clamp it. I'll show you guys that in a bit, what I'm talking about. See how this one's too big? This is the first one I bought. The hose size was just too big. Now, like I said, for your bar fitting, guys, you need to figure out what tap you're gonna use. You could use this one here, the same one on the top. You could go a 1/4 inch, so 1/4 for the bottom, and I think that's what this one is. And I'm pretty sure that's the one right there, 1/4. I actually went bigger. Like I said, I already had the drill bit on me, so I just ended up using the same thing, so I wouldn't have to buy one of these. Now these drill bits, I purchased them at Home Depot. It's pretty much the only place where you could find all these weird sizes. So 9/16 is for your 3/8, and then for your 1/4 inch, your 1/4, I think it was 7/16. So I'm gonna put this video up, guys. It pretty much shows you how to drill and tap what I'm talking about. So it'll show you how to drill and tap the top of the RBC manifold, where you're gonna pull out that old bar fitting to cap it, and then it'll also show you how to drill and tap the bottom. Now I did this on my IAT, the intake air temperature thing. I put it on the bottom of the RBC, and I showed you how to drill and tap that. So I'm gonna just put that video up real quick. It'll show you how to pretty much do it all. So once that video's over, I'll show you guys how to pretty much reconnect everything in the engine bay. So yeah, watch that video real quick. It's kind of really detailed, so you know, just look over that and then it'll pretty much explain everything to you guys. Also in that video, you'll be able to see where I have my brake booster bar fitting. It's a gold one. You'll see it. It looks just like this one on there, and it'll have Teflon on there. You'll see it. You'll see it in the video. That's pretty much where I located it, so pay attention to where I located it. Now when you drill and tap it, you don't want it close to like the edge of this, you know what I'm saying? You want to give yourself room, you know, like if you were to put this right here, you want it like in the middle, you know what I'm saying? You want to have room to be able to turn this fitting on there. I gotta look up on my phone what we're gonna need, but got this 3/8 MPT, and you guys gotta make sure it says MPT, because the threading count is different. Threading this on, again I'm gonna repeat it one more time. You want 3/8 Mpt Tap. What you need right there is 9/16, and it's a D-wall. And I'm not a big fan of using a drill when you tap it. All I had was this wrench here. This adapter you could use if you're going to use a drill. You're going to need that. What did I use? A 16 socket. Put this in here. With that. And then I just did there. And then I did it by hand. Just like I showed you guys. And you want to push down pretty hard. You want to take it easy. And occasionally, I mean, There's some oil you could use that they sell for tapping, but I do use motor oil, and I would just dip it in a cap every once in a while, and then every time you get like a turn or two in there, you want to back it out, and you want to clean all these threads out. You want to clean them out every so often. If not, you're gonna mess up your threads, so just keep doing that. Alright, so this is where you guys have a couple options here. Usually your brake booster opening is usually right here. Now, I explained this before, but I'll walk you guys through it again. Pretty much there's a bolt here and there's a bolt on the other side. You could pull this brake booster out, right? Now, I don't remember if your fluid has to be empty or not. I'm pretty sure, I think it does. But basically, you pull this out and you can flip this casing and turn it so that your brake booster opening is over here on the bottom. So I had mine going right just like that. You see that? Usually you'll have to go over the top and then go up here, but you could relocate that down there. Now that's pretty simple, you know, it's not very hard to do. I was already redoing my my brake lines and stuff, so none of this was really connected, and it just gave me an opportunity to just flip that upside down. So once you got your RBC all set, right, you got that mounted, you got your bar fitting on the bottom, you got this capped off, everything's installed, you're good to go. Right now, this is the way I ran mine. I came under here. The original way I wanted to do it was running inside, where the wheel is, and then just go inside the fender kinda, and then just plug it in that way, and you won't even be able to see it. But I ended up going on the outside. It's still a clean look, but in the future I might actually go inside the fender and stuff. Reason why I didn't go inside the fender is because I didn't think I was gonna have enough room, and I was already doing this, so I was like, you know what, just to be on the safe side, I'll keep it on the inside. But I think in the future I am gonna run my clutch line or whatever and my brake booster inside there, and also I think my fuel line as well. I might just tuck that real nice. So just showing you guys different options for that. So the next thing you want to do, right, on your brake booster, where the opening is, you're gonna have that stock hose coming out of it, right? It's gonna come out, kind of turn this way. Inside that hose, you're gonna have something that's called a check valve in it. Now that check valve is gonna be inside that hose. You'll be able to feel it inside the hose. So let's say this is your stock hose right here. It's coming off the brake booster. It'll probably be right around somewhere in here, a little further down. You'll be able to press down on it and you'll feel it. So what you want to do, you want to cut that check valve out of there. So pretty much just grab a blade or a knife or whatever, and what you want to do is just slice it open, because you're no longer going to need that. So what you need is that check valve. So slice that open and grab your check valve. It'll probably be like this big. I'll put a picture of it in a description. I know somebody DM me a picture of it, so I'm gonna take that same picture and just post it on there and show you a picture of it. Now when you cut that check valve out, pay attention to the orientation of it, which way, what's facing which way. So if you cut it out, just pay attention to the way it's gonna go back in, because you're gonna reuse that check valve and you're gonna stuff it inside your new AN hose. So I'm gonna show you guys pretty much what I did to push that in there. Pretty much I use a 3/8 extension. I think I used a longer one in this, and I put the check valve in there. I pushed it in by hand. So I put the check valve in there, I kind of just pushed it in by hand, and then I followed right behind it with this, and I kind of just pushed this in as far as I can. And you don't have to get it really far in there, just get it right about here or something like that. And you don't have to use a 3/8 socket. That's just what I used. Just want to make sure you use something that's kind of flat at the end. Don't use like a screwdriver or flathead, because you're gonna damage the check valve. It's a plastic piece that just goes inside there, and you really don't want to damage it. You kind of just want to push it in with something. Doesn't have to be 3/8. It could be a different size extension, whatever is smaller than this. So yeah, just use something to push that in there and you should be good. So now that you got your RBC all set, you got this stock location capped, You got your bar fitting underneath. That's all good. Don't forget the Teflon tape, guys. You know, don't forget to put some Teflon all over that. So then your brake booster's all set, right? You picked your orientation, if you're gonna leave it stock or, you know, you're gonna tuck it away more. You got your check valve inside of your hose, just like mine. Now the way you want to run your hose is up to you. You know, you could kind of do what I did, kind of just came under here, kind of showed you guys this a couple times already, but came under there, just tucked it under here. You could go kind of where inside your wheel, you could kind of go inside your wheel, bring it this way. You could go around the long way, you could go this way. I don't know, whatever you guys want to do, it's up to you. As long as you got that check valve in there, this thing can be as long as you want it to be. So I use these clamps at the end. K-Tune has it. K-Tune actually sells a brake booster like relocation kit or whatever they sell. I originally did buy that kit. I purchased that from them, but I wanted more hose so that I'm able to run it just, you know, a longer route inside the fender, whatever. So I ended up buying my own. I purchased mine actually from Amazon. I wasn't too worried about it because, you know, it's just air being trapped in there or whatever, so it's not like it's fuel. So I went with like a Amazon brand. I think it was like $18 or something. I'll put the link down below. And Amazon does also sell these clamps. These are the K-Tune ones, but yeah, this is I just reuse these and then I use my own line. So yeah, you just get your clamp on there. Now you don't really need these. They do sell them on Amazon, but you don't need these. These just a fancy, better looking one. You guys can use these regular ones from Harbor Freight or whichever ones you guys see. Here's a better one. It's smaller, and yeah, just it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just this has that cover over it, so it looks all clean and stuff. And that's pretty much it, man. Once you got your bar fitting down there, you just plug it right in, tighten these up, and you're all set. Same thing over here. Plug that in, tighten that up, and you should be good. So yeah, let me just give you guys a better look at my engine bay. Gives it a real nice clean look. The stock way kind of just, I don't know, it looks really ugly, but just another clean way for you to do things. Yeah, that's pretty much all you got to do, guys. Once you got your RBC, you got the right hose, you got your clamps, and you got everything you need, man. It's pretty easy. You could get it done in maybe a couple hours. It's not that hard to do, and it'll really clean up that engine bay for you guys. And if you guys haven't seen any of my wire tuck videos or my relocation stuff or the delete stuff or any other stuff I did just to get that cleaner look, go check those videos out. I'm gonna leave the description down below with the links. You guys can just, you know, browse through those videos, check them out. I'm kind of just gathering these videos, putting them together for you guys because I really don't see that many out there, and they kind of, if there is one out there, it really doesn't explain it that well, and I'm really trying to just make these videos as thorough as I can. And this isn't just for the RSX, guys. A lot of people run the RBC on any K20 or K24 or whatever it is, so you guys can pretty much do this on any other car. So that's pretty much it, guys. This wasn't the easiest video to film because I pretty much had to gather all my stuff up. I had to go find my old manifold just to give you guys a better picture at it, and for me to explain everything correctly and make sure that you guys, you know, get the best understanding out of this video and you guys can apply it to your own car, blah 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 blah. I just want to make just a really good video for you guys, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that. All I ask is just, you know, comment, subscribe, do all that other stuff. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying the videos and you guys really like this wire tucking stuff and you want more of it, comment down below something else that you guys would like to see. Pretty much stuff that you see on my car that you guys would like me to explain more. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. All right.